Hey, happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you have been enjoying the party this week. It has been awesome. I'm so excited that you're all here and you've been super active. So it's Saturday morning in our house right now. We just got back a little bit. My sons play, my dog's barking, of course. My sons play basketball on Saturday morning. So it's an early morning. It's an 8:30 morning. And now they're just, have a look. Let me just show you guys. So this is Saturday morning. These are my children. They're building. I'm not sure what Greta's doing. She's doing some kind of checklist. I wonder where she gets that from. Anyway, I thought I would share with you something that Sean and I do. Sean is my husband. Kind of on a, we do the meal planning fairly regularly. And we do it for a couple different reasons. One is, and if you come on here live, make sure you say hi and let me know, like, is meal planning and prepping something that you do on a regular basis? And what is it about it that you like doing it, or maybe you don't like doing it? So make sure you do that. So we do a couple different things. One thing that I did do was, I have 3 lists. I'm going to show you it. Actually, I'll flip you around and show you. So I have 3 lists going here. Okay. So this is a thing that I got. This is something that gets delivered into Sean's, stocking every year at Christmas. It's from Indigo, and it's what to eat. It's kind of a joke between him and I. Look, like we even, oh my gosh, we still have a Santa hat. Apparently the kids are playing. And it does our meal, this is where we plan our meals, okay? And so I like it because it plans each day. You can include like ideas for breakfast, lunch, and like grab bag stuff. This tends to not always get used. Sometimes we'll plan like some make-ahead breakfasts that the kids can have and lunches and stuff like that. Or if there's grocery stuff that I need to get for lunches, or ideas that the kids have given me that they would like to have in their lunches, will go in here. This morning, we ran downstairs. Just a sec, please, Greta. No, thank you. We ran downstairs and he went through the freezer, and I basically sat with a scrap envelope and went through what's actually in the freezer. Excuse me, Greta. And so these are all the things that are in our freezer right now. It's pretty full and it needs to get used up. And then over here, I have a little book that I think I get at the Dollarama or Dollar Tree, and I added an extra little magnet so that it sticks to the side of our fridge. So these are kind of the 3 lists that I work off of. And so I'll take this list. So that's what's in the freezer, and what what needs to be eaten right away? Like what's kind of getting closer to the expiry date or the freezer burn day, or if it's starting to get freezer burn or whatever, let's use that. Okay, and so I schedule it into here. Then I figure out what kind of sides we're gonna have. Okay, so that's when I go into our fridge and see what we need to get rid of. So in my case, we really needed to eat up the Brussels sprouts that we had. We do definitely have carrots. They're not going bad, but that's something else that I can use up. We have stewing beef in the freezer that needs to get used. We have some ribs in there that needs to get used. We always keep potatoes and carrots and onions and garlic and stuff like that on stock, like on hand. I'll have that. And then I filled it in. So what I ended up doing was Sean and I were just talking. We said to the kids, like, what kind of sides do you want? We have kids that eat pretty good, but we do have some fussier ones. So trying to, throw in something that's a little bit different for them that maybe they absolutely love, or just something new that forces them to try something new each week. And so that's where the sides come in. And so that's just something that I do. It really, really helps with us. Sean works, he's an electrician by day, but he's also a realtor. So he's in and out all the time. And so if he's working at night, then I'm going to be the one that preps the meals that night. If I'm out that night, because I do in-home parties, not just all virtual, or if the kids have activities, then we plan our food and those meals around what the activities are. So on Wednesdays, the kids swim. So that was a stew. I'm gonna make a beef stew and some bread that day. So that's something that literally can just go in the slow cooker and it can just like make itself all day while I'm working. And then Thursday we're out. I can't remember what's going on, but that's when we're gonna make the ribs, and the ribs are really, really fast in the quick cooker. If I haven't shared that recipe, I'm trying to remember. I know, Jen, you really wanted some ideas for the quick cooker or why you liked it. The ribs are fall off the bone, unbelievably delicious. So I'll share that recipe if I haven't shared it in the group here. But that's just kind of the stuff that I do. I know I get a lot of people that will say to me, you know, Nicole, like, you guys work full-time jobs and you have side businesses and you've got 3 kids. Like, how does it all work? That is how we make it work in our house. You know, I'll go to the grocery store or he'll go to the grocery store, and when we come back, we'll prep the food beforehand. So if I get a bunch of peppers, then I'll chop up the peppers and I'll clean them and I'll throw them into a container and they'll stay fresh. So when I'm making lunches in the morning, they're just gonna get chopped up like into smaller pieces. They're not, so I'm not having to clean them. I don't have to mess around it. Stuff like that, like I will pre-wash all of our apples and our fruit and that sort of thing so the kids can just grab it. It's little things like that that make, oh my gosh, I know so many people can't stand making lunches. It's not one of my favorites either, but when I do things like that, it's a lot easier. So I hope that that's helpful. Make sure you let me know if you have any kind of questions about you know, meal prepping and stuff like that, or if you've got some awesome tips, be sure to share them. So switching gears now, today is the last day for the party. So if there are items that you'd like to get, make sure you go up into the about description in the group, and that is where the link is for the appropriate host that you belong to. Okay, so make sure you click on that. If you're looking at that and you're like, oh, I think my friends would love this, or, you know, I want that quick cooker, I want that blender, or whatever, you know, you want to, you know, upgrade some of your kitchen tools because they're getting kind of old, or maybe you don't have them and you're realizing how handy they are. Make sure you reach out to me. I am more than happy to help you out and give you, you know, a shopping spree and some fun with your friends. I have 2 spots open for next week's virtual parties. And if you're like, no, I, you know, love the virtual thing, it's cool, but it's not my thing, I do in-home parties. So if you're local, within about an hour, then I'm more than happy to come to your house and we'll find a date that all your friends will get together and have a blast, okay? Now, if you're like, I love this and I love this and I love this, then you know what? Consider joining our team. Like, we have a lot of fun. And, you know, you could make extra money every single week by just doing what I'm doing. I don't know if you saw my post, but literally, I'm not posting all day. Like yesterday, we had our leader lunch. We all went together and we had a nice, delicious lunch, and Facebook was doing all the posting for me. So it's something that like 95% of people that do this work full time. So it just kind of does its job while you're doing your other job and you're making money that way. So let me know and we'll go from there. But thank you again. I hope this has helped. Ciao.